On this week's Buying Asia, I'm in Shanghai, home to 20 million people, and a place that Time magazine called the world's most happening city. With 25% of all investments taking place in real estate, join me to find out why the money just keeps rolling in.
In each episode of Buying Asia, we'll review every country or city, allowing you to decide whether to invest or not to invest. To do this, we'll look at taxes, currency, mortgages, rentability, saleability, and finally, whether it's even legal to purchase property as a foreigner.
In the next 20 years in China, they're going to tear down half the existing structures and rebuild them. Why? Because by 2015, this country will be 50% urbanised. Thankfully in Shanghai, we've got the old and the new.
What's so fascinating about the biggest city in China is that there are areas where Shanghai still retains elements of its early 20th century glory. And yet, go to another part, and one might as well be in suburbia, USA. I'll show you a bit of each. But before I do, leave your preconceptions about Shanghai and China at the door. For today, property and money is king.
Right, let's look at some property now. I'm here with Sophia, who set her own business up at 13 years ago, straight from graduate school. It's done incredibly well. So where are we now?
Now we're on the Henshan Road and the project of the 41 Henshan Road.
Okay, it's obviously pretty upscaled here. What kind of people live around here?
The domestic Shanghainese and some wealth person and some artists.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's pretty upscaled, right?
Yes.
Okay. You going to take me to have a look?
Sure, please.
Step indoors and you can see just how much real estate has changed in the past decade. It's ultra-modern, spacious, and with all the furnishings that a local or expat would want or need in the heart of the city. Out of the 172 units in this building, 150 were bought by Shanghainese and Hong Kong investors, with Sophia keeping 20 for herself. The flats themselves have already appreciated 30% in just 3 months.
So I guess my sort of burning question, you've seen massive growth in the market this year. You see the market slowing down a little bit and becoming a little bit more realistic, but you still think there's lots of legs here?
I think it will be sustainable in this year, and for the expectation, it will be increased more. And this is for the Shanghai and Beijing. If you see the second-tier cities, it will be more appreciation,
so
more chance opportunity.
I've got to go hunting in cheaper cities.
Sure.
Alternatively, if you don't have that kind of money and want to avoid a hotel, there's still an option. Similar to Hong Kong, serviced apartments are becoming increasingly popular, with 1-, 2- and 3-bedroom apartments on offer at the Sharma Lux in the prestigious Xintiandi area.
We want to stand out. We want to offer something for more like the trendy, younger, professional CEO who just doesn't want to live in one of the standard service apartments, is really looking for something edgy.
Okay, and what do they get? So for their money, right? They get this beautiful apartment, well appointed, etc.
Yeah.
But what else do they get in the building?
Well, it's like 24-hour security downstairs. You get 6 times a week housekeeping, 3 times a week towel and linen change. What I always tell them is, like, when you come in, the only thing you have to bring is your suitcase.
Fantastic. There you go. So if red chairs is your cup of tea, come to Sharma.
And for those looking to make a more long-term permanent investment and have a family in tow, there is now Shanghai's version of suburbia. In this development alone, there are 109 spacious units, which have as many as 5 bedrooms.
Yes, I'm in Cherry Lane in Shanghai. A bit puzzling, eh? Looks like something from the Truman Show. I'm not in downtown suburban USA. Yes, I really am in Shanghai. Complete with bouncy castles, basketball rings in the garden, and I think every single place has a compulsory trampoline. So Bunny Wang this morning is going to tell me all about who lives here, what kind of money they pay, and why they want to live in something that looks like, well, like I say, the Truman Show. Bunny, how are you?
Hi, sir.
Great to see you. So who's living here?
You will see a lot of self-occupiers here, and they also rent it out to a lot of expats living in Shanghai.
Okay.
For international corporations and then in school as well.
Okay, so in terms of buyers, people have invested in these over the last, I think this is about 6 years old, right? So they invested in them, then they rent them out. So these are mainly expat renters who are in Shanghai on corporate work or whatever.
Families, yep.
What kind of money would this cost? Because I mean, in the US, an exact replica of this house, the #1 economy in the world, let's not forget, the US is still the #1 economy in the world. I know everyone wants to talk about China, but in the US, you could buy one of these things for a couple of $100,000 US. So what would it cost me in Shanghai?
Oh, actually it costs much higher than that. I would say for a house like this size, like the average is about 350 square meters to 500, 550. Yep. So each house probably costs 20 to 30 million RMB.
Right, so you're talking about 3 to 5 million US dollars.
Right.
All right, so just, 10 times what it cost in a suburban place in the USA. Nothing much then.
Yeah.
And what rent are they paying here?
The rental, I think the occupiers, the owners actually can rent it at about 40 to 70,000 per month.
All right, so up to about 10,000 US dollars a month in rent.
Yes.
Outrageous.
And inside, these homes have all the trappings of well-to-do American suburbia, with a large kitchen, dining room and living room. Some have as many as 5 spacious bedrooms, including en-suites and in some cases, even a basement.
So there you are, we're in Shanghai and the world really is upside down.
What's also enabling Shanghai's tremendous growth in the 21st century is their attention to the need for transporting millions of people every single day. In the city, taxis are plentiful and there's an efficient underground train system. But the current crown jewel is the maglev train.
This baby travels up to 500 kilometers an hour and ferries to Shanghai and east of the airport in about 7 minutes. I couldn't even read my newspaper in that time.
The secret to the train's speed is the magnetic levitation system that it floats on. And with plans to further extend the maglev train system, it's one more reason why the city will become increasingly appealing to locals and foreigners alike. And when Buying Asia returns, 2 unique areas that thrived in the past, which are destined for greater heights today and tomorrow.
This is the future here. This is on the market for over 10 million US right now.
Joking.
Plus, what else Shanghai has to offer.
Hey, what's your name? Hey. Have you got chopsticks? This place is absolutely crazy.